How many kids are you going to have and when?
I'm going to have as many as Hailey is wishing to push out.
August 23rd, 2024. 4 words completely broke the internet. Baby Bieber is here. For Justin Bieber, this wasn't just a baby announcement. It was the final, full-circle moment in a wild story that's been written in the headlines for over a decade. But let's be real for a sec. How did we get here? How did the kid who gave us all Bieber fever, the guy at the center of the biggest celebrity romance of our generation, who then became pop music's biggest bad boy, transform into this guy, a husband, and now a dad? This is the forensic analysis of Justin Bieber's chaotic dating history, from his very first girlfriend in 2008 all the way to Hailey. We're going to connect all the dots and show you exactly how each of these women shaped the man he is today. You're going to want to stick around for this one.
So, to truly understand the man, the husband, and the father he is today, we have to go all the way back. Before the sold-out stadiums, before the Lamborghinis, before the name Bieber was known by literally everyone on the planet, we have to go back to 2008. Meet Caitlin Bieber, the OG girlfriend. This right here, this was Justin's normal life. Caitlin wasn't a model, she wasn't an actress, she wasn't a pop star. She was the girl he met at church when he first moved from Stratford, Canada to Atlanta, USA to pursue his music career. She was the girl next door in every sense of the word. Their romance wasn't played out on TMZ, it was built on movie dates, hanging out with family, and just being normal kids. A concept that would soon become very foreign to him. But while Justin Bieber and Caitlin were living their teenage dream, something was happening in the background. A little website called YouTube, yeah, this YouTube, guys, was about to change everything for him. A talent manager named Scooter Braun saw his singing videos on YouTube and was so impressed that he flew Justin from Canada to Atlanta, USA. And the rest is history. The rocket ship of his huge career was being built, and the countdown to launch had begun. And this is where the story gets its first truly bittersweet chapter. There was no big fight, no cheating scandal, no drama. The thing that broke them up was his music destiny. By 2009, it was over between Justin and Caitlin. You can't exactly maintain a hometown romance when you're suddenly being groomed to become the biggest pop star on the planet. It was the classic fork in the road moment. And Justin had to choose the path of global superstardom. Unfortunately, Caitlin was the girl and the life he had to leave behind. And where is she now? Well, she's stayed completely out of the celebrity chaos, and they actually remained friends for years. She's still tight with Justin's mom, Patty. A quiet, happy ending for the girl who knew him before the world did. Caitlin was the girl from the life he left behind. But his new life, his new career, was about to introduce him to a whole new type of romance. The kind that happens when the cameras are always rolling. Okay, let's set the scene. The year is 2010. Justin Bieber isn't just a rising star anymore. He's a full-blown phenomenon. And he dropped the song that would define his early career and get stuck in everyone's head for the next decade. And with that song came this girl, Jasmine Villegas, a singer and actress who was cast as his on-screen crush. On camera, their chemistry was insanely cute. The whole world watched him try to win her over. And it got everyone wondering, was this just for the cameras? And then this photo dropped. Boom, the tea was officially spilled. That wasn't a scene from a music video. That was real life. The on-screen romance had officially crossed over, and the internet? Well, the internet went into a complete and total meltdown. You have to understand, this was the first time Justin's brand new, mega passionate fan base, the Believers, had to deal with him having a real-life girlfriend. And a lot of them did not take it well. Jasmine was immediately put under a microscope. Every single thing she did was scrutinized. For a 16-year-old kid, that level of pressure on a new relationship is basically impossible to handle. And just as quickly as it started, it was over. The relationship was short-lived, a few months, and there was no big public breakup. It just fizzled out. It was a classic case of a teenage fling that couldn't survive the blinding spotlight of global fame. It was a crash course for Justin on what dating in the public eye was really gonna be like. Today, Jasmine is still making music and has a beautiful family of her own, completely removed from the Bieber mania. She was a small but important chapter, a test run, if you will. Because the test run was over. Justin was about to enter a relationship that wasn't just a fling. It wouldn't just be a chapter in his story. It would become an entire era. He was about to link up with another teen idol, creating a power couple so huge it would define a generation. Oh yeah, we're going there.
Selena Gomez, the generational power couple.
3 of the songs on this record are about Selena. What do you mean?
Sorry, a little bit. Mark my words.
Mark my words. Your first love,
100%.
it's like your first love
Yeah.
you never forget.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll ever get back together? Is that a hope for you? Do you think that could happen?
Maybe. I mean, we have a lot of history together, so I'm sure. It possibly could happen.
Forget everything you've seen so far. This was different. This wasn't a hometown sweetheart or a music video crush. This was a collision of 2 pop culture empires, the Disney princess and the global pop prince. It all started with a pancake date in late 2010. At first, they denied everything. "He's like my little brother," Selena would say in interviews.
He's like my little brother.
Okay, sure. But the camera doesn't lie. And soon, they couldn't hide it anymore. The Vanity Fair Oscar party in 2011 was their official coming out party. They weren't just dating, they were a phenomenon. They were Hollywood royalty. For a while, it was a fairy tale. They were young, powerful, and ridiculously in love. They rented out entire movie theaters for date nights. He would fly across the world just to see her for a few hours. It was the kind of epic love story we all secretly wanted. But when your relationship is the biggest show on earth, the pressure is insane. And behind the perfect smiles, the cracks were starting to show. The first big breakup happened in late 2012, and almost immediately, we got a taste of how this was all going to play out. Justin performs at the Victoria's Secret fashion show and is immediately linked to model Barbara Baldwin. The Jelena fans went into attack mode. Barbara had to go on Twitter to deny everything, and the whole thing was just messy. This was the blueprint for the next 6 years of their relationship. Break up, cause a media frenzy, maybe get back together. It was a toxic, exhausting cycle. Their relationship wasn't just lived in paparazzi photos anymore. It was lived in their music. Analytically, their breakup albums became our playlists. They would break up and Justin would write a song. And then Selena would write a song too. Every lyric was a clue, a secret message to each other. And to us. We were all trying to decode who did what to whom. And the drama just kept escalating. Their on-again, off-again romance became the backdrop to Justin's most chaotic bad boy period. There were endless rumors of infidelity. There were public fights in the comment sections of Instagram for the whole world to see. During their separation, he dated other people, but admitted in a 2015 interview with Ellen that his most recent albums were all about her.
What do you mean? Sorry.
Sorry, a little bit.
And then the
then,
third one?
Mark my words.
This global drama was unfolding. Someone else was watching. Someone who was already in Justin's orbit. In 2011, a 14-year-old Hailey Baldwin was, like the rest of the world, a fan. She publicly declared herself Team Jelena. Was this tweet just a funny coincidence, or was she already observing and studying Bieber from afar? We'll come back to that later. Do you remember this? When Justin was dating Sophia Richie, the fans revolted, and Selena herself jumped into the comments to say, "If you can't handle the hate, then stop posting pictures of your girlfriend, lol. It should be special between you two only." Justin fired back, and it was a complete nuclear meltdown. It was proof of just how deep and complicated their connection still was. Even when they were apart, they were never really apart. And then, in late 2017, after Selena went through a major health crisis, it happened. They found their way back to each other one last time. For a moment, it seemed like the fairy tale might actually get its happy ending. They looked happy, healthy, normal. But it didn't last. By March 2018, they were done. This time, it was for good. The final breakup wasn't because of one big fight. It was death by 1,000 cuts. Years of public pressure, personal demons, and the simple, sad fact that the two kids who fell in love in 2010 had grown into two very different adults. Today, Selena is an absolute powerhouse, a Grammy-nominated artist, an acclaimed actress, a beauty mogul, and a mental health advocate. She's in a happy, healthy relationship with music producer Benny Blanco. She survived the storm and came out stronger on the other side. The epic love story of Jelena was officially over, and in the wake of that heartbreak, Justin's life would take its most turbulent turn yet. With Selena out of the picture, he dove headfirst into a whirlwind of models, controversy, and flashing police lights. Welcome to the bad boy era.
The fairy tale was over, and with the end of Jelena, at least for now, Justin was officially untethered. He was single, obscenely rich, and angry at the world. The teen heartthrob was dead, and in his place, a new persona was about to be unleashed. This wasn't just a breakup phase. This was a calculated rebellion. Welcome to the bad boy era. Exhibit A. Barbara Palvin, the Victoria's Secret rebound. Just weeks after his first major split from Selena, Justin is spotted with Victoria's Secret model Barbara Palvin. To the public, it looked like the ultimate rebound. To the Jelena fandom, it was an act of war. Barbara was forced to go online to defend herself from an army of angry believers. It was a mess, and it taught Justin a valuable lesson. Any girl he was seen with would immediately be thrown into the drama. It was the perfect way to get a reaction. But a little Twitter drama was nothing compared to what was coming. By early 2014, Justin's life had become a tabloid goldmine of bad decisions, and he found the perfect co-star for his new role. Exhibit B. Chantel Jeffries, the partner in crime. This was the moment. January 23rd, 2014. Justin is arrested in Miami for drag racing a rented Lamborghini while under the influence. And who was in the passenger seat, front and center for the whole chaotic scene? Model Chantel Jeffries. She wasn't just a fling, she was an accessory to the crime, literally. The media painted her as the ultimate bad influence, the vixen who was cheering on his self-destruction. And honestly, it seemed like that was exactly the image Justin wanted. He was done being the good guy. Their relationship was a whirlwind of nightclub appearances and paparazzi chases. It was fleeting, it was messy, and it served its purpose perfectly. With Chantel by his side, Justin's transformation into a public menace was complete. After the intensity of the arrest, Justin switched up his strategy. The drama moved from the streets to the screen of your phone. Exhibit C. Giovanna Ventura, the Instagram rebound. This was Rebellion 2.0. With model Giovanna Ventura, the relationship wasn't for the tabloids. It was for the gram. It was a carefully curated public spectacle. A shirtless pic here, a moody selfie there. They were constantly posting photos with each other. It was a way for him to show the world, and maybe a certain ex, that he was moving on, looking good and getting plenty of attention, all without the risk of getting arrested. It was purely for the optics. But just when we thought we had his pattern figured out, he threw a curveball so wild, nobody saw it coming. Exhibit D. Kourtney Kardashian, the ultimate power play. Yes, that Kourtney Kardashian. In late 2015, rumors started flying that Justin, then 21, was hooking up with Courtney, then 36, a mother of 3 and a member of the most powerful family in reality TV. I mean, what? The age gap was massive. The shock value was off the charts. This wasn't a fling. This was a strategic move. This was him screaming to the world, "I'm not a kid anymore." He didn't even deny it. That cheeky non-denial basically confirmed everything. It was the ultimate mic drop of his bad boy era. This entire era, the models, the arrests, the scandalous rumors, it was a chaotic, deliberate performance. He was tearing down the bubblegum pop star image that made him famous. But in his war against his own fame, a new enemy was emerging. His own fans. And his next relationship would trigger a civil war within the Believers. For years, Justin Bieber's relationship with the public was a war fought against the media and the haters. But in the summer of 2016, the battle lines were redrawn. The war was about to become a civil war. And the person who lit the match was Sofia Richie. Now, Sofia wasn't just some random model. She was Hollywood royalty, the daughter of a music legend. And when Justin started posting a series of artsy black and white photos of them together on a trip to Japan, it felt different, more serious. And the Believers lost their minds. This wasn't just jealousy, it was a betrayal. For years, they had fought for him, defended him through his bad boy era. And now he was flaunting this new relationship, and they hated it. The hate comments directed at Sofia were brutal and nonstop. And Justin snapped. He threatened them. He threatened to take away their access to him. He essentially chose his new girlfriend over his millions of diehard fans. It was a declaration of war. And just when the situation couldn't possibly get any more insane, an old ghost entered the chat. Bam! Selena Gomez herself jumps into the comments and sides with the fans. The ex-girlfriend publicly checked him and the internet exploded. It was the ultimate, "oh no he didn't" moment. Justin fired back, accusing her of using him for attention. She fired back, hinting that he cheated. It was a full-blown public high school level meltdown between two of the biggest stars in the world. And then he did it. He actually did it. Justin Bieber deleted his entire Instagram account. Gone. The fans and his ex had pushed him over the edge. The hashtag Justin deactivated party trended worldwide. It was a shocking, messy, and unprecedented moment in pop culture history. Unsurprisingly, the relationship didn't last long after that. It was suffocated by the drama. Sofia wisely removed herself from the chaos and is now living her best life, married and thriving. Justin was now isolated. He had alienated his fans and publicly burned the final bridge with Selena. The rebellious act had left him alone. And in that quiet, he started reaching out. Not to someone new and exciting, but to someone who had been there all along, waiting in the wings.
After the public implosion with Sofia and the final definitive end of the Jelena saga, Justin needed something different. He didn't need more drama, more headlines, or more chaos. He needed an anchor. And he found one in the most unlikely, yet most obvious place, with the girl who had been on the sidelines the entire time. Oh yeah, we're bringing this back because it's the perfect receipt. Hailey Baldwin, now Hailey Bieber, wasn't a stranger. She was a quiet part of his story for a decade. She was a fan of his music and a fan of his relationship with Selena. She understood the world he lived in, not as an outsider, but as someone born into the entertainment industry. She was a friend first. They even tried dating briefly back in 2016, but the timing wasn't right. He was still too caught up in the past. But in 2018, everything changed. And it happened so fast, it gave the entire world whiplash. March 2018. Justin and Selena break up for the last time. It's officially over. May 2018. Justin and Hailey are spotted reconnecting at a church conference in Miami. The public thinks it's nothing. June 2018. Oh, it's not nothing. They are suddenly inseparable. Paparazzi catch them kissing all over New York City. They are 100% back on. July 7th, 2018. Barely a month after getting back together, Justin proposes in the Bahamas. He posts a long, emotional letter on Instagram calling Hailey the love of my life. September 2018. 2 months later, they walk into a New York courthouse and get legally married. The entire world was asking the same question. How? How did he go from his soulmate to his wife in less than 6 months? The internet exploded with theories, but the answer was actually pretty simple. With Selena, the relationship was a storm. With Hailey, it was a shelter. Hailey represented everything he seemed to be craving: stability, a shared faith, and a partner who could handle the pressure without becoming part of the drama. She was his safe space. But that safety came at a price, especially for her. For years, Hailey has endured one of the most vicious online hate campaigns in modern celebrity history. She was constantly accused of stealing Justin, pitted against Selena in a toxic narrative that continues to this day. But through it all, she stood firm, weathering a storm that would have broken most people. She became his fiercest defender and his primary caretaker. And he needed it. As Justin opened up about his severe struggles with his physical and mental health, the world saw Hailey's true role. She wasn't just the wife, she was his rock. She was the one holding him steady through the darkest of times, proving that their bond was forged not in the glamour of Hollywood, but in the quiet, difficult moments of real life. And in 2024, their journey reached its most beautiful destination. The announcement that they were expecting their first child wasn't just news, it was a victory lap. It was proof that they had built a love strong enough to survive it all. On August 23rd, 2024, they welcomed their son, Jack. And with that, the transformation was complete. The teen heartthrob, the rebel, the bad boy, had finally found his purpose. He wasn't just Justin Bieber, the superstar, anymore. He was a husband and now a father. The end game was real.
So, we've come full circle. From a kid singing with a guitar on YouTube to a man holding his own son. When you lay out the entire timeline, the picture becomes incredibly clear. Justin Bieber's love life was never just about who he was dating. It was the public diary of his evolution. Caitlyn was the innocent girl he had to leave behind. Selena was the epic, all-consuming love that defined his youth and fueled his music. The women of his bad boy era were the props for his rebellion, tools to shatter his squeaky clean image. Sophia was the lightning rod that forced a war with his own fans. And Hailey was the anchor that brought him back to shore. Each relationship was a mirror, reflecting the man he was at that exact moment. From the teen heartthrob walking the red carpet with a Disney princess, to the rebel getting arrested with a model in his passenger seat, and finally to the devoted husband finding peace with his childhood friend. His public relationships weren't just side stories, they were the main plot in the construction of his public identity. But that brings us to the ultimate question, the one that the internet will probably debate for another decade. What do you think? Was Hailey always the end game for him, the destiny that was waiting for him all along? Or was she simply the winner of a chaotic, decade-long war of attrition between his lovers, the one who was in the right place at the right time when the storm finally passed? And finally, who was your favorite Justin Bieber girlfriend? Let me know your verdict in the comments below.